just back my back now and just go get ready to go to Louisville tomorrow. So maybe practicing if I have a little bit. Okay.
Okay, so there seems to be a couple things here, and I guess I'll tell you what I know so far, and then you can tell me what I'm still missing or what you'd like to add.
Okay.
Which is just like with the right hand, there's kind of the alignment of the wrist.
You need a footstool?
Sure. Yeah. I got it.
Oh, it's right behind me.
So, first of all, just like how and I'm not going to prescribe anything specific, but you have to be aware of the alignment of the wrist, because if you're too, you're going to have some of the same issues in this hand of being able to move freely. So, but the dynamic is a little bit different because your angle is a little bit different and gravity's coming down a different way, right? Okay.
Yes.
So then, if I was thinking about the left hand, it seems to be that there's the motion, like this motion, to bring it up and down, which changes, all these motions change a little bit as the angle
Changes, varies.
because then you need more of this versus, the way you do it, which is just up and down. So there's this motion, and then there's the weight shifting. Let me look at my notes here. Let's see, shoulder, wrist, finger joints. There's hanging off of it, letting your weight fall in versus squeezing, or
yes. Oh, that is good.
And then I think there's also, depending on the context, there's falling into it, but maybe there might also be cases where you pull a little bit, like bar chords. You don't want to squeeze, but maybe bring it down.
Depending on the situation, a lot of times also you create some counterweight here.
Tell me more.
You create a little bit counterweight here to help that.
Because
the
if
guitar doesn't move.
if there's no counterweight here, and you pull here, all the guitar's going to do is
It's gonna give.
It's going to move. Like lift your right arm.
Put a bar.
Okay.
And then pull.
Okay. Yeah.
See?
Okay.
So you create a little counterweight here.
Okay.
Often
then-
enough, this will help tiny bit to ease the pressure of the bar as well.
Well, there's a third thing too, which is if there's here and there's here, often the third bit is actually here.
In the
Yeah.
points.
The other contact point. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see. Shoulder down. Finger joints. Weight release.
Yes.
Also, and we kind of already covered this, but you want to have the minimum pressure. Only what you need.
Yes.
Okay.
That would be in context also will vary, because when you put bar, you will put a little bit more, but it's not significantly more,
And you also might only need, say, the outside, but none of this.
Be specific about clearance of what you need or not.
So to me, it seems like one exercise that's been helping me a lot, and this is, dude, I'm ripping on jazz right now, because what I do is I just try to, everything we just discussed, I just try to find the least amount of motion, but the right sound. Yeah. And then eventually I start bringing it into. That way I don't need to learn pieces. I can just improvise and work on the technique through that.
Yeah, apply it directly. Yeah, it's fine. The only difference in there sometimes is depending of the angle of the finger. Flat versus more engaged on the tip. That depends on the instrument. On the passage. So many times you use flat fingers. Flat, see? And then others, you are right on the tip.
And it's contextual, right? Like you gotta kind of.
There's no way that says only this or only that. Sometimes for string clearance, if you're doing, so you need to be a little bit on the tip, but that doesn't avoid to also lean to avoid noise on the left hand. But generally, you have that, and then you have this, and then you have that.
Let me get it from this angle. Show me.
So Julian Bream.
No, I want to see it from the side here.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. That's one. That's flattered. what you were just showing me. Then a little bit more on the tip. See? And you're not doing this. You're just bringing the hand in. See, this versus this. That helps to even press less, because when you're doing this with the pad of the finger, there's a little bit more of engagement from the palm. Even when you're playing very relaxed, you still.
You know, so here's what I found. Like, take the barrios that I play, for example.
Yeah.
I've still not figured out a way to put this in words, but there's almost like this thing where like, it's like everything gets aligned, because if I'm a little bit this way and a little bit like, there's tension all up and down here. Do you know what I mean? It's like the way I play now is like I want everything to be falling weight into it, relaxed.
Yeah, as much as you can.
Like I want a little bit different angle for this than I wanted for this to truly be relaxed and be everything lined up, you know?
But it depending also musically what is in context, because some parts are more engaged. Like if you're doing that, you cannot be equally relaxed, because then the motion will be slow.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't match what the musical part needs, which is verso. That's a little bit more.
Show me one more time.
Let's say like lazy.
Yeah. Show me one more time. What's going on mechanically that's different? To really spell it out for me.
The engagement.
Engagement of what? Like what's being used?
Here.
Hold on. Show me the left hand here.
So this, that's kind of a little lazy.
Yep.
More with the pad here. He has a little bit more energy and more.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's like it's not as sloppy. Like it's more on the nose. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that helps because of the angle. If you get like here, you can also play clean, but then the coordination is not the same, because you have one characteristic of moving over here and a different one over here. Meanwhile, if I'm making both even, but that doesn't mean that I can be active here and lazy here.
Yeah, it is a little bit less clean when you're.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because
It's
the
subtle,
release
but I
and
can
the
hear it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That changes tiny bit.
Show me left hand engaged versus not engaged. Is that engaged?
Yes.
Okay, what's not engaged then? Yeah, I can hear it now. It's like a little dampened. Oh, it's just a tiny bit. Okay.
But it's slower too.
Okay.
It's a little slower, but it's less engaged.
Okay.